What's going on, guys? It's your system specialist here at HQ with my buddy Joseph Cervantes. We're not coming to you as a dealer and a manufacturer. We're actually coming to you as Vice President of the California Automated Fire Alarm Association and the SoCal Vice President of CAA, the California Alarm Association. And we just want to talk to you a little bit about the association and why membership is so important to associations in our industry. The value that associations bring, right? We're all, as dealers, we're out here doing our thing, grinding, working hard, making things happen. But there's things on other levels that we don't know about. Things that are happening down in Southern California, Northern California, that we don't know about here in our little bubble, right? And I personally think that's what the associations do, allow us to be uniformed across the state. Mm-hmm. You know, and why it's so important to plug in and be part of that, right? Like Joseph sits on a bunch of different code councils for NFPA, you know, for UL, different things like that. And having him here gives you so much more knowledge. So going to your different meetings, right? We have a meeting coming up here this week. It's in Sacramento, right?
Yeah, we have the state agency meeting with the all of the stakeholders from the state level. So you have the Office of the State Fire Marshal, HCI, DSA will have representation, the building material listing systems, so BML will have representatives there. It just kind of dovetails off of what you were saying, you know, the importance of having individual metrics that you can utilize within these associations that help you to grow as a person. But also, I think it's also the ability to work with like-minded people in the industry. Right. So if you're facing an issue with a jurisdiction or if you're facing a complication with code interpretation, these associations offer, one, the ability to give you a more understandable interpretation of it, because we have different people within different backgrounds. Mm-hmm. You have people that write the code that can give you the interpretation of what I originally intended when I wrote that. And then the other part of it is we've been around for so long that the jurisdictions tend to respect our opinions, especially if it's coming as a group too. Yeah. So it's really something to leverage as a user or as a member coming into the association to get that additional feedback from other industry professionals that play in the same game that we do.
I totally agree. As a dealer, you know, there's been times that I've been asked to work in a certain jurisdiction. I didn't know the requirements. Is there a certain level of requirements? Do they require pull stations, everything? Well, I don't know that, right? And having someone that's in that area or someone to leverage, part of the association gives me that ability. So I have that ability to reach out and know that my bid's right. You know, that next level is going to be right, and we're not losing money as dealers.
Yeah. Well, one of the more interesting ones that just came up recently, which is something we've been dealing with in our industry for as long as I've been here, and I've been doing this for 30 years, and it's with battery testing, right? We had a conversation about this. You know, battery tests are required 24 hours. We have people that go out to job sites and they test batteries every 24 hours after their final inspection in order to verify the batteries are operational. And we wrote a code interpretation that came from a member of CAFA that went to the Office of the State Fire Marshal, was vetted out, where that was indicated to the industry that that is not the appropriate way to test batteries. And it ended up going from the state to NFPA, and now NFPA is making a change to the standard to make sure that jurisdictions understand that we are potentially creating a detrimental effect to the systems. It's not intentional, it's just been industry practice. And the association was really the leader to push that forward to make it a change globally for everybody. So it's even bigger than California, right? That's the power of these associations.
Yes,
right? So
that's awesome. You know, not only that power right there that we're harnessing and leveraging to make our industry better, there's other things that the associations will have for you, like training, for instance, right? Okay, I'm a new fire alarm guy and I want to get my people trained, but I don't know where to go, right? And I'm looking for different manufacturers like Johnson Controls or Honeywell or someone like that to put on some trainings that I can send my people to, because I don't know what else to do, right? But the association has trainings. I think we're doing with CAF, we're doing 6 trainings a year
We
now?
just bumped it up. Actually, we're doing 12 trainings a year.
12 trainings a year. So once a month, you can get your team certified, depending on where you are in California, in Southern Cal, Northern Cal, Central Cal. We're working through it all to get you guys educated, and that's part of being in that association too. You get that training stuff
Absolutely.
and knowing that knowledge of where it's going to happen. And there is, I believe there's a discount for members.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of perks that come with it.
Yes.
But the training is something that we've definitely been pushing hard and heavy on. Same thing for the CAA, you know, with the apprenticeship program, with the IBFA, and all the different things that we play around in. You know, we've got to find some synergies between the two associations. I think we'll definitely do that as we continue to go through our reigns in the organizations, but also to make sure that companies that are just starting up, that may not have the most technically based people, we got to give them some advantage too. And the education is going to be the most important piece to make sure that everybody's playing from a level playing field. So.
And that's the one thing I like about it. It doesn't matter if you have 2 employees, 1 employee, or 100 employees. The association treats you exactly the same. You have the same network to network with those people, the same abilities as those big companies that have out there.
Absolutely.
So that's what I like about the association as well. Is it doesn't matter how small you are, as long as you come, you feel like family.
And everybody's got to vote.
Yes.
If you're a member, you got to vote.
Yeah.
So your vote matters just as much as anybody else.
Oh yeah.
And that's the way to have a voice.
Yep.
So, you know, for those that are interested in getting involved in the industry, to having a voice, just sharing their voice, not just your work. Your work does a lot of your talking for you, but if you want to share your voice, share your opinion on code, share your opinion on issues that we're having in the field, it's a really good forum to do so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So if you haven't joined an association, then definitely look into it. There's multiple ones throughout California. The ones that I'm a part of is the same one, the California Automated Fire Alarm Association. I sit on one of the committees. Hopefully I might be on a board maybe sooner or later, never know. With the CAA, I am the SoCal Vice President of the California Alarm Association, and that's more for intrusion detections, more alarm stuff like that. At the same time, I am the Mid-Cal Alarm Association President. So here in the Central Valley, redirected to my office. So there's so many different ways, levels, and layers that you can get invited, you can get part of, and you can be part of this wonderful industry.
Where can people find more information for the CAA?
CAA, you can go to CAAonline.com is a great resource for that. And where can we go for you?
CAFA.com, CAFAA.com.
Yes, both great resources. Get plugged in, figure out what's best for you. You know, I say be part of both of them. Don't just limit yourself to one. If you're doing both, if you're doing intrusion and fire, be part of both, right? We offer different things, and we have different places that we can leverage between lobbyists or code councils, right? The CAA doesn't do a lot of code council stuff where the CAA does. We do more stuff with the jurisdictions in Sacramento and stuff like that. So that's why you need to be involved. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming and talking to me about this. I think this is a hot topic, man. I really do.
Man. I look forward to seeing some of the people that follow your information joining CAFA. Maybe seeing you at some meetings. So.
Yes, definitely, especially this week. If you guys are around up in the Sacramento area, that's where we're going to be.
Yeah.
How could you go wrong with all those AHJs and people in the same room, man? That's so much.
It's nice to have access. That's the thing, is to be able to ask the State Fire Marshal's office, what do you think about this? Or why are we doing this? And sometimes that's all we need. So look forward to seeing you.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Hey, you guys be blessed. Stay tuned. Thank you.